Okay, I had no plans of making a video today, and I thought, you know what, let's do it. I found something very interesting happened today. Did not have a good day. Not in a good frame of mind. And I realize I'm trying to get another video to blow up. I'm trying to make a video that'll get a lot of views because I want to see if I can do it again. But the 2 times that I've had videos blow up, 3 if you count my third most popular video, has got over 8,000 views. I wasn't trying. I wasn't even thinking about, I'm going to do this because it's going to get a lot of views. That was not in my thoughts. It was, I want to make this video. I want to say this, regardless of who listens to it. So I'm not going to try to generate videos that generate a lot of views. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, fine. I'm not going to concern myself with it anymore because this is silly. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Because I've been saying, why am I doing this? What am I doing? Oh, look, my video blew up. Let's make more. And now, no, I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to make videos that I want to make. And if people like them, great. And if they don't, fine. When you listen to someone on YouTube, do you sometimes say to yourself, I wonder if that person's a fraud? I got to get some air in here. It's real musky in here. Hold on a second. I said musky. I meant muggy. It's muggy in my apartment. Weather in Chicago. When you hear someone that you feel is phony, there's something in their voice, right? We usually can tell when someone's phony. Not always. I could tell you some people who are phony, but I'll just tick people off if I start naming names of people that I think are phony. Salesmen are some of the most phoniest people in the world. Not all, but some are. They're just horrible. That's a real thing. And salesmen justify being salesmen by saying everyone's selling all the time, 24/7. We're all selling. Therefore, I'm justified in selling you this product that I'm going to lie to you about and con you to get you to believe in it. And they justify their immoral, unethical position by saying we're all selling 24/7. Well, we are 24/7. Everybody is always selling. But are you trying to sell? Is your focus on selling? See, my focus was on, I'm going to try to get views. Now I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I hope I don't worry about that anymore. It's stupid. That was one of the reasons it was frustrating me. But when someone sounds like a fraud, they probably are. Now, I am going to tell you about someone that I just listened to, and I've listened to this guy before, and I don't think he's a fraud. Just so you know. Someone in the comments, thank you to the person who left the comment, showed me a video about, I said, how do you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled? How do you do that? So he said, here, click on this video. He didn't say anything. He just gave me the link. And I watched it. Didn't like what I was hearing. Gave him some crap about it. Mocked it a little bit. He didn't particularly like that I said that to him. And I apologized. I said, yeah, it was really directed at the guy in the video. Now, the guy in the video, I don't think is a fraud. I think he's legit. But there are just certain things he said that just rubbed me the wrong way. Many of you have heard this guy before. I'm going to play you the intro and the outro of that video. There's other things he said. And he says these same words every video. And I don't like that. That's not authentic to me. I think this guy is 50-50 on being authentic. I think he is in one sense and is not in another. But here's his intro.
I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back.
Okay. And here's his outro.
I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out.
Okay.
Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Caron, our website at tomcaron.com or BeSomethingWonderful.com, or write me and say hello at info@BeSomethingWonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.
Okay. Not bad. The website, I don't mind telling your website. I think that makes sense. I share my books. I'm going to share them in this video, I think, if I remember to. So I'm selling. And Tom is not a bad, I don't think Tom's a bad guy. I think he's probably more good than bad. But constantly saying the same script rubs me the wrong way. And I'll never subscribe to his channel because of it. He might be a great guy. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying he seems okay to me. But doesn't something about that script rub you the wrong way? It does to me. And don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the notification. Really, every video. But that's not the words that he uses in his videos. In his videos, he goes, let's unpack this. And the other one he says is, hear me. Hear you? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Let me back up and listen. Hear me. He has a script that he follows as he's going to teach you how to do these things. So this guy sent me the video and I watched it, and it's, part of it is good and part of it was just, I didn't like it. But then another one popped up in my feed because I clicked on it, and this one that I just played you the intro and outro for is how to persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. So he sent me the wrong one, but the one he sent me was similar, but it wasn't how to persist. I just watched this video. It's 8 minutes and 40 seconds. And his message of how to persist in the feeling, which is literally the question I was asking, how does one do it? He addressed it. I got something out of it. So I'm really glad to the person who sent me the video in the comments. Thanks. Thank you. I've heard Tom before. Clicked on him before. There's something about him that really bothers me. When he says, let's unpack this. And in the video he sent me, he said, let's unpack this. And 30 seconds later he said, but how do you do that? Okay, let's unpack this. I'm like, oh, wow. You just said, let's unpack this. There's just something about a salesman that bothers me. And I don't like that. And I can't connect with this guy. I wonder what he'd be like in person. I do. He might be cool. Something about it just isn't right. Not a fraud. How about Abraham Hicks? Do you think she's a fraud? Some people say she's a fraud. I'm not sure. But when you tell me that you're channeling a spirit, that immediately is a red flag for me. Really? You're channeling a spirit? Like that guy Bashar. Really? You start going, whatever he does, that thing he does. And I've noticed that he can do it really faster, because the first time I watched him, I thought, oh, this is really interesting. And it took a while for the alien to start speaking through him. Now it don't take so long. He can do it real quick. Really, an alien is speaking through you. We're just supposed to accept that as true. Well, if it's true, follow the logic here, okay? If Bashar is telling us the truth, I want to listen to that guy all day long. If that's not true, he's a fraud. Total fraud. If Abraham Hicks is channeling a spirit, I'll listen to her all day long. If that's really the case, a spirit, not a demon, how do you know she's not channeling a demon who's conning you? How do you know? I don't. I'm not claiming anything about her. I don't know if she's legit. I don't know if Bashar is legit. I don't think he is, because I don't think an alien is speaking through him. I think he's worked up a character and he's made a character. Anybody can do a character. I can change my voice and become a character. It's very easy. I do it in my story all the time. I got better at it. In book 2, I've got quite a few voices that you'll really enjoy listening to. I really hope you listen to my narration. Because in book 2, I have a ball with voice acting. All of a sudden, I'm becoming like a mediocre voice actor. I can actually do it pretty good now. There are some weird sounding gnomes in book 2. I'm gonna sell my book now, which I think you'll really like. There is a creature. I won't say what the creature is. Female. I think you'll really like the voice I came up with for her. I forget who else. This is Charlie, my old kitty, for those of you who don't know. He loves to lick. He's about 15 years old, beautiful cat. He's a big licker. Now, he doesn't always lick. See, if I do this, if I keep petting him, he'll start licking me eventually. But he wanted some attention, and there he goes, licking. He'll lick obsessively. It's really funny. What are we doing? Are you going? Did you want to go? Okay. Bye-bye. He tells me when it's time to feed him, too. He'll sit right over here, and he'll just look at me. Like that. And I'll go, what? And I'll go, meow. And as soon as I get up, he turns and starts walking to the bowls in the kitchen. I gotta go feed him. He's something. He's a little... Look, you, and he's right here right now. He's hanging around. He wants more attention. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you gonna do? All right. So I really got into voice acting, more so in book 2, some in book 1. I do some voices. My dwarf voice is pretty good. And I do a half-orc voice and an orc voice. My orc voice is pretty good. You'll like the orc, I think. I think I did a good job with his voice. But anyway, let's get back to this for a second. How to persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He said, it's not the duration, it's the frequency. And I went, frequency? What? Like a radio frequency? I didn't get what he meant. He meant how frequently you come back to it. It's not how long you persist in it, it's how often you persist in it. So keep coming back to it. And this video is informative. So I'm going to recommend Tom Curran's video, How to Persist in the Feeling of Your Wish Fulfilled. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description. So Tom, I'm helping you out. I'm not 100% sold on you. I don't like your, please don't forget to like, and I don't like that. I don't like your script. I don't like your constant statements of the things. But so what? So what? There's probably things people don't like about me. I probably rub some people the wrong way too. I'm not 100% authentic, and neither are you. I think I'm more authentic than Tom is, but I could be wrong about that. I could be. But I'll never ask anyone to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click that bell. I will never do that. Because why? I have never liked a video. I don't know about you. Let me know. Seriously, let me know in the comments. Have you ever liked a video because the YouTuber said, don't forget to like the video, or please like the video? Have you ever subscribed to a channel because they asked you to subscribe, or don't forget to subscribe? Because it helps the algorithm. It really helps out the channel. Has that ever been a reason that you've done that? Did you ever like and subscribe? The only time I like when I'm asked to is in a live stream. Okay? I'm on a live stream and someone will say, hey, could you guys like the video? It'll help me out. I'll click like. If I'm on their live stream and they ask me to do it, unless I've already done it, so I usually click, when I click on a live stream, I usually click like. The Dungeon Minister, his live stream, Go watch his thing on the Chronicles of Amber, folks. Watch the Dungeon Minister's video, The Chronicles of Amber. If you like my story, this book, this is my big D&D tome. This book 1, The Sacred Shrine in the Valley of Caves. I love this book. You've got to read The Chronicles of Amber. If you like this, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, now Chronicles of Amber is not Dungeons and Dragons. This is my second book. The Caves. I love this title. The Caves of Ordered Randomness. I came up with this on my own. It's my own creation. Forestera is a world that I created. The map of the world is right here. That is the map of Forestera. I'll zoom in so you can see it. I drew that map like 20 years ago with colored pencils. It's a flat world. It's not round, it's flat. I don't know about the other D&D worlds. There's Greyhawk. Love the world of Greyhawk. The Forgotten Realms. That's a cool map. But there's a ton of maps of fantasy worlds, and they're all great. Mine is simple. I just drew it with colored pencils. This story wasn't even thought in my head 20 years ago when I drew those maps. I wasn't even considering it. It was for my D&D campaign that I was going to create, and I was building a world. I was going to create my own world, my own set of deities that are in the world, and it became a story. And I am so intimately attached to this world that I actually believe it's real. And that maybe when I die, I'll go there. I think it's a possibility. I could be totally crazy about that. That could be totally nuts. But I like it. I love this world. I love what I've created, and I love the characters, and it's been such an attachment that someone in the comments told me, you really should take a break from it. Because I told them I listen to this story on my channel every day. And I've been listening every day for years. And so now I'm trying to go 1 week without listening. And I've already been tempted today to listen because I was having a frustrating day and I've not been in a good mood. Because I don't know how to persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, because that's the key. Neville said the key is imagination creates reality. No, that's not the key. The secret, even as Neville admitted, the feeling is the secret. You can imagine all day long. Imagination in and of itself will not create reality unless you truly believe that what you're imagining really is true. And how can it be true if you really believe it, then you would persist in that feeling. But how can you do that when your current reality, which is for me this, is telling me 24/7 that I don't have this thing that I'm imagining that I have? And so I can't persist in this feeling. Well, I like what Tom said. The feeling is gratitude. Okay, that's good. I think he's right. Persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. What's the feeling? Gratitude. If I was living my dream life, you can either become one of two things: grateful or cocky. Is there a third? I don't know. If any of you want to reply to anything I'm saying in this video, see, this is how I get more comments. No, I'm seriously trying to engage in dialogue with people. I'm not worried about my channel. Not going to focus on that. Not going to be concerned about that. I'm focused on one thing now. I have to figure out how to persist in that feeling of gratitude that the thing that I've imagined is already here. It's already done. Therefore, I should be grateful and I should be living in that state of gratitude. But it's hard because your reality is constantly going, no, it's not. You got to go do that thing you don't want to do. And you got to go do this thing. And you wouldn't be having to do any of this stuff if what you want is already true. You wouldn't be doing it. And so I'm frustrated because I'm constantly living in a state of doing what I wouldn't be doing if I didn't have to do it. And so How do you persist? Well, you got to keep taking yourself back there and say, whoa, let go, stop, let go, drop it, relax, breathe, calm down. Stop focusing on this. Well, wait a second, I got to live in the present moment. I'm going to get you, Eckhart Tolle. I'm going to get you now. You got to live in the present moment. Well, the present moment sucks. It's not what I want. I want the future that's coming. It's this thing that's coming. Oh, no, but it's already here, so it is in the present. Yes, but I'm physically not there. I'm not physically in. The present moment that I'm physically in is not the moment that I want. But the present moment is all there is, and you have to dwell in the present moment. Eckhart actually said that when Jesus said, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you already have it, it shall be yours. He said, notice that Jesus is referring to the present moment. And I went, oh, yeah, he kind of is. Believe that you already have it. That's the present moment. And then I went, but then he said, if you believe that, it shall be yours. That's the future, Eckhart. No, I really want to talk to Eckhart Tolle. I bet he wouldn't want to talk to me. I bet he wouldn't have any interest. I'd probably annoy him. I bet he would. Because see, I question everything. Except things that we know to be fact. Like 2 + 2 = 4. Anything that is an observable fact, an undeniable fact, then I don't question it. I question everything else. It might be true, could be true. I assume it's true. But I don't know that it's true. Everything. Anything and everything. I question all of it. And that is both my blessing and my curse. It has both guided me through life and cursed me in life. See, I used to try to sell water filters at one point in my life. Found this job. Going to make a lot of money. And I started to sell water filters. Sold a few. Then I found out that the water filter was, no, it's not bad. It's a water filter. But it wasn't what we were saying it was. It wasn't as good as they were saying. And I could no longer sell it. I could not, in good conscience, tell somebody that this water filter is what it isn't. And that was the end of that. A lot of people just can do it. They don't worry about, their conscience isn't pierced. I almost wanted to bring someone up to mention who has no conscience at all. Talked about him before. You probably can figure it out. He has no conscience. He'll sell anything. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anyone or anything but himself. He is a self-absorbed prick. Horribly dishonest person. And there are many people like that in this world. What are we supposed to do about it? See, if I keep dwelling on that, that's not helping me. That's negativity that I'm inviting into my... I'm literally spewing negativity about someone else. That's not helping me. Best thing I can do for myself is ignore all of the negative people and focus on all of the positive things in life, all of the beautiful things in life, all of the wonderful things in life. And it's not sticking my head in the sand. It's saying, I'm not going to let your poison poison me. That's poison. And that person is poison. So I'm going to ignore that and focus on me and all that I want and all that I believe life should be, and believe that everything that I desire is already here, and try to persist in that feeling. And if I succeed at it, it will harden into fact, and if I don't persist in it, it won't. See, this thing about manifestation, when people say, some people in the comments have said, yeah, it's all a joke, that doesn't work, it's all nonsense, it's all a con. Not necessarily. I think for most people it doesn't work, but I think that has more to do with the person, like myself, than the technique, scripting, imagination, affirmations. I don't think it's the technique that's flawed or BS. I think the fact is that we are the reason the thing that we're trying to do to make work doesn't work. The only thing that's going to work is action. Okay. Well, imagination should lead to action. Imaginal acts should bring circumstances into your life. That's what I kept waiting for, and no circumstances are coming into my life. And that got really frustrating, because where are these circumstances? Where's this bridge of incidents that I'm supposed to be going down? And then something would happen, and I would think, okay, this is it, and then nothing. I met someone once, and I went, oh, is this going to lead to something? Nope. Boy, was that frustrating. I was certain that the person that I was about to meet was going to lead to something else, which would lead to something, and nothing. And you're frustrated. But Kieran's video, Tom's video, is pretty good. Good advice, not 100%. I don't agree with everything, but I think I agreed with more than I disagreed with easily. So I'll put the link in. Oh, and I'm also on my community post. It just it doesn't say community post anymore. It just says post. I'm posting my narration of this book. I'm gonna just do it. I was doing it before and I stopped. I'm doing it now. I've already posted my introductory video to this. I hope you will listen to it. Just listen to the first chapter. I'm asking everyone to do that. Just listen, and you don't have to listen to the whole thing. You'll know even before you even get halfway through if this interests you. If it doesn't interest you, then of course not. Why would you continue to listen to it? But if you like fantasy, I think you'll enjoy listening to my introductory video. It's not in the book. The introductory video is not in this book. It's going to show you, it's going to have visuals, it's going to talk about this world, it's going to tell you about the world. It's like for those of you who've played D&D, it's like a session 0 where you're going to sit down and play, and the Dungeon Master is going to tell you all about the world and all about the game we're all about to play. That's pretty much what that video is. It's an introductory video to this world. I'm going to tell you about the races that are in the world, the geography of the world, the history of the world. And if that interests you, then you'll want to listen to chapter 1 and chapter 2 if that interests you. And if it doesn't, you'll know. Say, hey, I listened to it. Now, you don't have to let me know. You can. You don't have to. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to listen to my video. Don't forget to read my book. Don't forget to, it's on Amazon. Give me a break. If people like it, some of them will buy it because they'll want to own a copy if they really love it. Hold on. I bought this book at Barnes & Noble years ago. Huge. The Chronicles of Amber. You know why I bought it? Because I love this book and I wanted it in my possession because I had the Science Fiction Book Club books, but they're not here anymore. And I also had to show you this book. I want to show you this. Now this, where is he? Is he there? Yeah, I don't think that's him though. This is third year Latin, Kelsey and Meineke. It's my grandfather. Third year Latin. My grandfather was a professor at the University of Michigan, a Latin professor. My brother would talk about him like he's the foremost authority on Latin. He's the second name on the book, man. He's not the first name. He might be an authority. He might be a Latin scholar. I mean, he taught Latin. My dad would often talk about our grandfather correcting him with grammar. My dad would tell him, language is usage. Oh, Bruno didn't like hearing language is usage. Can't do that, but it is. It is usage. The word bad came to mean good. That blew my dad's mind when he heard that. He goes, man, that's bad, meaning it's good. That's an old slang from this. I don't know if anybody uses that today. Man, you bad. That was a common thing. And my dad didn't know what people meant when they were saying it. He was like, oh yeah, no, they meant good. And that just sealed the deal for my dad. Language is usage. There's the proof. the meaning of words change over time as we use them. Gay used to just mean happy. Gay had nothing to do with homosexuality. Happy and gay. So it can't mean happy, but it's like happy and you feel gay, you feel joyful. I don't know how it was defined back then. I could probably look it up. But language is usage. And the gay community decided, the homosexual community decided, we're going to adopt that word. We're going to call ourselves gay from now on. Oh, people were not happy when that happened. We can't use that word anymore. There was a lot of anger when that first happened. I watched people on TV talking about it. Pretty funny. Now nobody talks about it. It's just normal. Nobody says gay anymore. But there are songs with the word gay in it. It doesn't mean homosexual. It means happy. There are songs, old songs. There was The Odd Couple, the TV show The Odd Couple. He wrote a song, and it had the word gay in it. Didn't mean that back when that happened, and I think that was in the 70s. I think he said gay. Maybe he didn't say gay in that word. I know he said happy and peppy. I know those were the two words. Maybe he didn't say gay in that song. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, look, 31 minutes. Who cares? I don't care. I'm not worried about it. So how do we persist in the feeling? We have to keep coming back to it, to where it becomes our natural state. We have to keep coming back to that feeling that we can all generate. And that feeling is gratitude. See, that helped me. Hearing that word made me think about that. And as he talked about it, I started thinking, yeah, he's probably right. Probably is gratitude. If I had all of that I wanted, I would either be grateful and humble, or I'd turn into some cocky dick. Yeah, what do you want? I don't care about that. What do I care? I got everything I need. Well, screw you. I don't give a damn about you. I turn into that guy real easily. Hopefully I'll never turn into that guy. It's sad when you see people who are arrogant. A lot of rich people turn into cocky jerks. There are poor people who are arrogant and terrible. There's rich and poor who are humble and kind and cocky and arrogant and jerks. It has more to do with you than your financial state. I've been a cocky jerk at times in my life. I say that to my shame. But I've also been, good, kind, decent, sincere. Focus on the words that I want to be and keep reminding myself of those words. Genuine, authentic, honest, loving, caring. I like genuine and sincere. To me, those words are probably the two best words to describe how we humans should be. Oh, and that's the other guy. I've got to mention him again. Leo Buscaglia. You want to hear a man who's sincere and genuine? He's on YouTube. Leo Buscaglia. Buscaglia. Wonderful man from the 70s. He's passed on, sadly. I loved listening to him in the 70s. He helped me so much. Because, life was getting no longer fun and free now that I'm 16, 17, 18. High school was not the best place. Grade school was much better than high school. And there's Leo Buscaglia telling me why it matters to be genuine, to be loving, to be kind. And he did it in such a way that was so much fun to listen to. He's such a wonderful speaker. I wish I was like Leo Buscaglia. I wish I had his spirit. Heck, I wish I had Mr. Rogers' spirit. there was a real good man. He played jazz music. That was great. When I heard Mr. Rogers was listening to jazz, I went, oh, wow, look at you. Because, we always hear this odd-sounding man, won't you be my neighbor? And there he is listening to jazz music. I went, wait, oh, okay. And instantly my opinion of Mr. Rogers changed. The moment I heard him listening to jazz. I don't know if he played jazz. He probably did. But what a nice man. I should make one of my goals in life to be more like Leo Buscaglia. You'll love him. Listen to him, please. If I think of it, I'll put it on. I put it, a lecture of his on in the description in one of my previous videos. I'll do it again if I remember to do it. We'll see. But I do hope that you will listen to my narration of my story. I am going to continue to post one chapter at a time. Maybe every day, maybe every other day, maybe every third day, fourth day, fifth day. I don't know. I don't know how often I'm going to do it. When I feel like posting chapter 2, I'll do it. I just posted chapter 1. And all I'm going to do is say a little bit about it. And then there's the link, and you'll see the video. It's right there in the community post. You can just click on the video. But if you go to the first one, the introductory video, that's the playlist. The moment you click on that, the whole playlist will come up, and then you can just go from there and listen at your leisure, and it will remember where you stopped. So that tomorrow, if you go and listen right where you stopped, you click back on that video, it'll go right where you stopped. That's a cool thing that YouTube does. I think that's amazing that YouTube does that. And so I would listen to my story, and whenever I stopped, I would, the next day, picked right up where I left off. It's wonderful. I don't know how many people know how playlists work, but most channels have playlists on them, especially the music reaction channels. Like all the songs that they've reacted to by a band, they'll put them all in one playlist. So you can look at all of those reactions to that band. But can anyone tell me why anyone would do music reaction channels? Another question for my audience. Why do people still do it? How are they making money? There's copyright claims. How is the charismatic voice? I asked this in the previous video. Nobody's answered it yet. How is the charismatic voice, that YouTube channel, making money on YouTube when every video she reacts to, every music video she reacts to, has a copyright claim, meaning she gets 0. She has almost 2 million subscribers. How is she making any money on YouTube? Any! I don't get it. How can she possibly be making money on those videos? She does interviews, but even in the interviews, she'll play clips of music. And if you play clips of music, copyright claim. The moment you do it, your video will be copyright claimed, meaning you get 0. Or they'll share. Some of them will share, and you'll get, I'm guessing it's 50-50. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So to the person, coming back to this, who sent me the link to Tom Kieran, thank you. I mean that sincerely. I appreciate the fact that you sent that to me. And I don't know how often I'm going to post videos. I'm going to post videos when I feel like posting a video. It's not posting a video, it's making a video. Whether it's going to be me talking, or I'm going to do something with my Wyvern card game, or my Legend of the Five Rings card game, or Dungeons and Dragons, or maybe I'll do another piano improvisation on my piano over here, or I don't think I'll do any more just me singing videos. I have a playlist of just me singing. I was pretty good. The first video, I think I'm very good. It's ELP's From the Beginning. I sing the intro. And I think I did a good job. But there's some videos that I didn't do a very good job. And now I've gotten older and I'm not working on my voice. So I tried to make a video a week ago, and nah. It's not as good as it used to be. My voice is Not as good. I had a pretty nice voice as a teenager. Pretty good singing voice. John Anderson is 80 years old and he still sounds great. The Charismatic Voice interviewed him. Great interview. How is that man doing it? How does he still sing at 80 years old, sounding almost as good as he did when he was 20? I mean, you can tell he's clearly aged. It's not the same, but he's still great. I'm not as good as I used to be when I was 20 and 30 and even 40. I like how I sounded on that ELP song. I like how I sounded on a few of them. I sang pretty good. And it was fun making just me singing videos. It's just me singing. That's all it is, you know. And you won't see me on. There's a couple videos I'm on the video because I was very camera shy in the beginning. I've gotten used to being on camera. I don't worry about it anymore. Just got my hair cut too. Yay! I needed to get my hair cut. My God. See, look. I'll let you see the back. It's much cleaner now. I prefer this. I don't mind long hair. I should show you some pictures of my long hair on when I was a kid. I had long hair. Let me see if I can call this up. You got to see this in one picture of me. All right, you ready for this? Let's see if I can get this to work right. Okay, so there I am. Man, I'm not sure if I can do this right. I guess that's good enough. Here's the one I want to show you, though. Look at this. This is me as a kid. Look at that long hair. Let me see if I can click on that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. With my muskie that I caught. I'm like 10 years old there. I'm a string bean. Skinny little stick. Maybe I'm 11 or 12. I think I was only 10 there. But it's a cool picture, isn't it? And then, of course, there's that one, which you can see there. And my favorite one has got to be that one. This one right here. That's a good picture of me. See, I used to be good looking. And I had muscles. Now, I still have muscles, but not like that. All right, I'm showing off now, which is just my ego. And that's my mom, her professional movie star pick. Yeah, that's her. Unreal. I know. Unreal. I still can't believe. I would show that picture to guys. Man, they would do double takes. They'd be like, wait, what? That's your mom? I'm like, yeah, that was my mom. Blew their minds. But I really like that picture of me holding up my muskie and I'm like 10 years old. Thick head of hair. I had thick hair, man. Now I've got this. Bleh. Oh well. At least I'm not completely bald yet. One of these days. All right. I don't know when I'm going to make another video, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm trying to deal with not being frustrated, not being negative, and it's a challenge. Every day is a challenge to not be negative because I've been negative my whole adult life. It's why my wife divorced me. I don't blame her. It's hard to deal with somebody like that. I shouldn't have said that in this video. I should not have said that. But oh well. That's one of the reasons. The main reason. I live with two Scots, she would say. One's a really nice guy. The other one's depressed. I just need a time machine so I can go back and fix my life. Of course, I'd want to go back to when I was about 4 years old and start from there. That's what I'd probably do if I could do it. Probably where I'd go. Because that was heaven. My life was heaven. I don't know about your life, but my first 10, 12 years of life, heaven. 10 years, first 10. It was heaven. Life was heaven. That is, I believe that should be life for every child growing up and for every adult. We can make that life right now for ourselves, but we're not doing it because scumbags are running the world. The guy in China is a scumbag. The guy in Russia is a scumbag, Putin. A lot of these leaders of these worlds are terrible, awful, horrible people, including ours. You don't think that. Some of you think he's good. He's not. Some of you think he loves this country. He doesn't. Some of you think he cares about you. He doesn't. I don't know how people can be this delusional. This isn't my opinion. I'm speaking dogmatically now. I'm going to say it. Screw it. You people have been so deceived. Not that the Democrats are good, because they're not. They're corrupt. The Republicans are insane. Not all of them. There's a few good ones, and there's a few good Democrats out there. But if you think this guy loves his country and cares about you and is a good moral Christian, you're delusional. You have drunk the Kool-Aid, and you couldn't be more wrong in your assessment of this man. Do some basic research. We have this thing called Google. You can find the truth about people like him, Trump, or Obama, or Clinton, or anyone, Bernie Sanders. You can do research, because you're wrong about Bernie Sanders. If you're on the right, you think Bernie Sanders is a communist. That's not true. You think he wants to make you poor. That's not true. You think he wants to raise your taxes. That's not true. Everything the right tells you about Bernie Sanders is a lie. I'm not saying Bernie Sanders is great. He's better than just about anybody we got, but he was never going to win. He was never going to beat Hillary Clinton. They were never going to let him win. Not a chance. He had zero chance. But you've been told a pack of lies about Bernie Sanders. And I know this. Well, I'll say I'm 99.99% certain. That's about as dogmatic as I can get. And you've believed lies about Trump. The left has bought a lot of lies about Obama. I don't know everything about these people. I know Obama's intelligent, highly intelligent. And I know Trump isn't. And you think he's smart. Do some research. Do you care about truth? Or do you just want to be right about your position? Oh, you're just one of those partisan liberals. No, I'm not. I'm not partisan. If there's a person on the right who's good, I'll say it. I'll say that's a good person. If there's a person on the left who's bad, I'll say it. Most people, partisans, if you're a partisan conservative, if there's an R in front of their name, they're great. If there's a D in front of their name, they're horrible. That's partisan. Same with the partisans on the left. D, great. R, horrible. Baloney. Baloney. Obama is not what you think he is. He's not as great as you think he is. He's better than Trump, but he's not as great as you think he is. Even JFK had flaws, but he was better than most politicians. FDR probably was the best president we've ever had. And the Republican Party wants to make sure we never have a man like that in the White House ever again. Bernie Sanders would have been the next FDR. That's why Dick Van Dyke referred to him as a New Deal Democrat. Bernie Sanders is a New Deal Democrat. That's what Dick Van Dyke said. You know why he said that? Because it's true. Because Dick Van Dyke knows what he's talking about. And your opinion of Bernie Sanders is wrong. And you don't know that you're wrong. You just assume you're right, and I'm an idiot for what I've just said. Oh, you're an idiot, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And if you would just do basic research. I don't agree with Bernie on everything, and I'm not saying he's perfect, but if you would just do basic research, you would learn the truth about all of these people that I just mentioned. Anyone can figure out the truth about these. Not 100% of the truth. You're not going to be right about everything. I could be wrong about some of my beliefs about these people, but in general, I'm not. I'm right. And you don't care about truth. Because if you cared about truth, you would say, if I'm wrong, I want to know. Can you say that? Can you say, if I'm wrong about fill in the blank, any person, any philosophy, any religion, anything. If I'm wrong, I want to know. If you can say that, then you're open-minded and you only care about truth. If you can't say that, then you don't. You're a partisan. If you think Republicans are great and Democrats are horrible, or Democrats are great and Republicans are horrible, and you broad brush it, you're wrong. Some Democrats are really good, some are bad. Some Republicans are really good, some are bad. In my opinion, and I think it's very, very easy to show this, Republicans are worse than Democrats. On average, the Republican Party is worse than the Democratic Party. But both parties are bad. Both parties are corrupt. Both parties only serve the corporate oligarchy that owns them. Bernie Sanders doesn't serve the corporate oligarchy. He may have to in some ways. He may have no choice. I'm not sure. I'm not on the inside. Bernie's had to compromise his positions at times, and it frustrated me when he did. But I realize, unlike Jimmy Dore, who was done with Bernie and thinks Bernie's a total fraud and a total phony, bullcrap, Jimmy Dore's wrong. I think Bernie had to do what he had to do and say what he had to say because he had no choice. I could be wrong about that. It's just a guess. But I went from really liking Jimmy Dore. I was a big fan of Jimmy Dore. I don't even listen to him anymore. I got so tired of the crap coming out of his mouth. Not a fan anymore. I could talk about that stuff all day long, but you know what? It's poison. I shouldn't even be talking about it. It's poison. If you care about truth, do some research. Put aside your agenda, okay? No matter what the topic is. Put aside your agenda. Say, I could be wrong. Let's see if I'm wrong. You know when I finally started to change my views? I was a moderate conservative in the 80s. I listened to Rush Limbaugh. Moderate conservative. I wasn't, yeah. But I said, I've never really listened to the left. I just hear about how horrible the left is. I thought the left was all a bunch of atheists who hated America and hated themselves and wanted to raise taxes, and government was God, and all these views I had about the left that I learned from Rush Limbaugh and people on the right. That liberals just hate people and they hate themselves. They're hateful people and they're mean and they're awful and they're all atheists. And I said, I've never really listened to the left. I should give them a try. I should at least check it out. I found out that, hey, here's this liberal radio station in Chicago. Gee, shock, there's a liberal radio station in Chicago. So I listened to it. First day I listened to it, I'm listening to this going, what the hell is this? I think it was like 50-50. Part of it I thought it was weird, but then the other part seemed like rational. I'm listening to this man, Thom Hartmann, talk. I'm like, this guy sounds like a sincere guy. He doesn't sound like a hateful, mean, America sucks. He wasn't angry. He was talking like a normal human being. And he sounded logical. And I was listening to Michael Medved, the radio talk show conservative. That was my guy. I listened to Rush, but I found Michael Medved, and I thought that guy was great. This man's great. So all of a sudden, I'm listening to Hartmann. And I don't know now. I'm like, I don't know. So I listened side by side. One day I listened to Michael Medved. One day I listened to Hartmann. Sometimes I go back and forth for about 6 months of this. And I went from being a moderate conservative to a progressive democratic socialist because of Thom Hartmann. And I continued to listen to Medved, but that got less and less and less, and Hartmann got more and more and more and more. And then they debated each other, and they debated each other twice. Hartmann beat him the first time, and Medved beat him the second debate. And Hartmann said, I'll never debate you again. Because Medved used tactics. He knew how to beat him. Basically, he sucker punched him. Debate tactic-wise. And Hartmann should have debated him a third time. Said, oh, you're going to do that? He should have said, okay, let's go. But he didn't. He said, I'll never debate you again. Well, then you just left that people saw Medved make you look dumb. Because he went right after you, because he knew exactly what you were going to say, and he knew how to attack it, and you weren't ready for it. How were you not ready for it, Tom? Tom's a really educated man. You want an education? You want an education on American history? Go listen to Thom Hartmann. Oh, he's a liberal. I'm not going to listen to some stupid liberal. You want to learn American history? He's one of the most knowledgeable men you will ever listen to. Michael Medved was really smart, really well educated, but he used tactics. He knew how to sucker punch people. He knew how to manipulate the conversation. But he was very good at it. But I finally saw through that. I think Michael Medved was decent. I think Rush Limbaugh was completely full of crap. Bad guy. I don't think Michael Medved's a bad guy. He might be. Thom Hartmann is not a bad guy. I disagree with him sometimes. I do. I disagree with me sometimes. Don't you? Do you ever disagree with yourself? God, did I really... We're flawed people. We have to show grace. Because we screw up, and sometimes we say stupid things, and sometimes we do stupid things. We all need grace. Hartmann is someone you should listen to. He's not the be-all and end-all. Like I said, I disagree with him sometimes. And he's been compromised too. His position's been compromised at times because he's on the air and he's a very popular radio, and you're going to be compromised at times. But I'm telling you, if you're on the right, I challenge you to listen to Hartmann for 6 months. Go back and forth. Half listen to the left, half listen to the right. One day listen to Hartmann, one day listen to your right wing, whoever you're listening to. Whatever whack job on the radio you listen to, because most of them are whack jobs. They're lunatics. Mark Levin? Sean Hannity? Is that who you listen to? You think Sean Hannity's talking from his heart? You think Sean Hannity's like, I really love America and I really care about America and I really want to make this country a better place? You think that's Sean Hannity? I'm told Sean Hannity he probably makes more than this now, $30 million a year. Sean Hannity cares about Sean Hannity. I don't know him, but I've listened to him, and I can't listen to him. Once I saw through that fake crap, I see right through him now. I used to like him. I used to listen to Hannity and Combs. I liked Hannity. I fell for it. I'm not saying he's all bad. He's not the worst. There's worse people than Sean Hannity. Mark Levin. I could tell you some other name. Michael Savage. Michael Savage is vile. Sick man. Shocked he's still alive. All right, enough politics. There's your political diatribe from me, your spiritual advisor. Live long and prosper, and here we go. And I'll see you later. Wait, I got to do it the right way. Like that, like that, like that. See, I can outdo Spock. I can do this. With my right hand, I can't quite do it. I'm not good at it, but I can do that. There we go. Spock is easy to do. Cassie, popcorn in bed, she's getting there. She had a hard time doing this. But can you do this? Can you see my left hand's very coordinated? Spock would be impressed. Too bad he's died. Too bad he's not here. Love Spock. Talk to y'all later. Bye.